His opponent. Coming to the ring this time, being accompanied by trillionaire Ted Vernon. Weighing in at 650 pounds. From Dania Beach, Florida. Maximum capacity.
You are about to exceed maximum capacity. Again, warning, you are about to exceed maximum capacity.
Consequences that you will have to deal with, Frank.
Consequences that repercussions.
For you. I don't work for you.
Y'all are mean. Recession's going on.
Well, Frank.
I don't think anybody wants to be fired.
Frank, I can guarantee you one thing, and that is I'm sure we've not heard the last of maximum capacity. And I can guarantee you another thing, Frank. Well, I'm sure everyone here knows that we're all facing rough times in the economy.
Hell no, there's only 2 of them carrying.
Which requires us to make some cutbacks, Frank.
What are you talking about?
And I'm faced with some tough decisions to try and streamline D1PW and its staff, let's just say. Therefore, Frank,
I don't work for you.
you're right, Frank, you don't work for me. You work for Lou Cypher, you work for Johnny Vandal, and I will give you credit, you're a very effective ringside manager for those guys. You get a lot of matches won. I cannot fire Frank from being a ringside manager, that's true. He does not work for me. He does not work for D1PW. However, Frank, you are the on-air commentator and announcer and the voice of D1PW. That you are. And that, my friend, that I can fire you from. Effective immediately, Frank, you are removed from all television broadcasts. You will be doing no color commentary on the internet broadcasts, on the DVDs, nothing at all. And I have your replacement here tonight. Some of you in the crowd assure you he's outspoken, he's articulate, and he is a former FOW heavyweight champion. So for those of you who know him, and those of you who are meeting him for the first time, everyone, let me introduce to you the new voice of D1PW, who will get the message across that we want to the fans, Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Chris Charger.
What? No.
I tell you what, Bobby Rogers. You know, Bobby, you and me, we go back a long time. And everybody should remember, I'm a former FOW champion. I'm the only man in the history of your company to win all 6 recognized titles. I pinned the ECW legend, the Sandman, for the FOW Hardcore title. And you see, Bobby, unfortunately, I also got driven out of the business by you. 5 years ago, I was at the pinnacle of my career. At the pinnacle of my career. And you sought to banish me from this business, blacklist me, blackball me. It's your fault. It's your responsibility. And for the last 5 years, I've been mowing lawns and selling Monavie to make ends meet. You see, Bobby, the reason I was driven out of this business is because I don't take crap from anybody. I was the most outspoken person in this area, in this territory. I was unorthodox, I was unique, I broke all the rules, and I pissed off every promoter in this area, including you. And that's the reason I am no longer in this business. It's because of you. But the reason that you drove me out, Bobby, isn't just because I was trouble for you. You drove me out because I threatened you. Because I'm one of the few guys in this business that's as smart as you are. And you felt threatened by that, Bobby. Now let me tell you something, Bobby. When that phone rang and I saw your number on it, I could have let that call go to voicemail, or I could have just deleted it, but no, I picked up the call, you talked, I listened. And when you offered me the job as color commentator for D1PW, I just about told you to go straight to hell. But you know what, Bobby? I listened. And I started to wonder, why me? Of all the guys you could have called, why did you call the one guy who threatened you, the one guy you drove out of the business? And then I realized why, Bobby. I realized why you chose me. Because I am the one guy that understands the carnival sideshow that you call a mind. I'm the one guy who understands it. And I realized, as you talked, and you said that you wanted D1PW to change professional wrestling. You wanted D1PW to break the rules, to push the envelope. And I realized that I was the one guy who could do that, Bobby. Because if you want to have a company to challenge the status quo, what do? You hire professional wrestling's #1 rebel. When you want to break all the rules, who do you hire? Professional wrestling's #1 rule breaker. When you want D1PW to change the face of wrestling, who do you hire? The guy that almost brought the business to its knees. So you know what, Bobby? I accept the job. But know this, Bobby. Know this. You and me, we're not friends. I don't like you, but I respect you. And you know what? You know what, Bobby Rogers? I don't know how this is going to end. This could end in a disaster. This partnership could end with greatness. But I'll tell you this. D1PW and professional wrestling will never be the same again. That's true.
There you have it. D1PW is the new future of wrestling. D1PW